Hi, everybody. Minagi here again. And today I'm just going to expand on industry. As I said, Africa is really positioned um, for industry. Anything you touch on, you can make industry. So I know I had somebody say you can go there, they want to move to Africa, relocate so that they can begin their industry. And I was like, oh my God, that is a brilliant idea. Because the thing is this, with the experience you have over here, you don't even have to be you don't have to be a smart person, because any little thing that you already see that is thriving in America, you can turn it into a big industry in Africa. What do I mean by that? Just from food, all kinds of food. I can see the last time I went to Africa, there was McDonald's everywhere. So you don't have to have McDonald's. You can have the same kind of menu of McDonald's and call it your own name. And you can franchise that the whole of Africa. The potential is great. It's just enormous. From small industry to big industry, they need everything, because right now most places in Africa are importing all their basic things, and they are not manufacturing. And the beauty is there's the raw material. Um, in terms of getting raw material, you're not going to have a lot of problems getting raw material. Is labor cheap in Africa? I believe labor is super, super, super cheap. Cheap. And the beauty is a lot of the people are educated. So if you can train them on what to do, you will get a very good quality of labor force in Africa. So it's a matter of really identifying what industry you want to go in, and getting some machinery. And as I said, the machines, you can buy the machinery really cheap out there in China or anywhere else in the world, and then set your plant, and then employ some local people to do it. And in terms of getting the items, the raw materials, I said, you will be able to afford the raw materials very, very cheaply. In my background in this video, you can see I'm sitting um, in front of a huge tree. This is in Africa. This is in Africa. That tree is from Africa. And you see the greenery. I mean, the weather is so beautiful in some parts of Africa. When it's green, it's so green. And of course, there's a little desert here and there, but it's not like where I come from in Kenya. Western Kenya is one of the most fertile places. So you won't get too much of the desert, and everything. If you want to do anything in agriculture, industry, the butcheries, the cows are cheap. You can get a whole cow for $150, a whole cow for 15,000 to 20,000 Kenya shillings, which is like $150. And with a whole cow, if you can have any packaging, if you have any freezing, you can have a butcher and really um, get be able to harvest and actually ship the goods outside. And one of the beauty about the African food, it is so fresh. It is so, so fresh. You don't get indigestion easily because the food is so fresh. And it's amazing when you eat fresh food, it digests easily. Hair products in terms of clothing, shoes, um, agricultural industry, all kinds of industry, you can't go wrong. Africa is positioned. Somebody said, but I believe Africa is positioned to be the next industrialized nation. And I know people are doubting it, But all I can tell you is I feel it in my spirit. I feel it in my gut. A lot of things are happening. And if the political system, if the politicians can really love their country and build Africa, Africa will be one of the greatest nations in years to come. Thank you for listening, and follow me to hear more about industry, industry, industry.